Good afternoon. This is Linda Schell with Writers on the Air Afterwards. And this afternoon I'm going to interview R J Coon. Now RJ was a principal in Long Island, New York, right?
That's correct.
For how many years?
I hate to tell you. I was first a teacher, a middle school teacher for 30 years. And then after retiring from teaching, I became a principal at an international school for 6 years. So I spent a lot of time, actually prior to teaching in New York, I spent 4 years teaching in Peoria, Illinois, elementary school.
So you're literally from the Midwest, may I assume that, originally?
No, originally I grew up on Long Island, New York. I went to college at Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois, where I met my wife. After graduation, we were married, and then I went back for a teaching position in Illinois for 4 years.
Okay.
And then after that, came back to New York.
Got it. Well, now, RJ has written 3 books. The first is Loud Noise, the second is Missing, and the third one is?
Well, the third book is Three Bridges.
Three Bridges,
Right.
okay.
Loud Music was the first one, and I had mentioned earlier that that type of music played the first year I moved here to Florida from my newspaper carrier, and that's where the idea came. My second book, and again, all of them are mysteries with the main character, Blaine Sterling, came about Three Bridges when I was waiting at the Venice Avenue Bridge one hot August afternoon for a sailboat to go by, and the idea came, what if all 3 bridges to the island were up at the same time?
Excuse me for interrupting, but I got to know, where do we buy these books?
I have a website, rjcoons.com. The books are listed there, as well as on Amazon and Kindle.
Okay. Well, Bob read earlier, and he is a good writer, which makes me very curious. Did you teach English?
Yes.
That explains it all.
Right. English and social studies at the middle school level.
Well, you wanted to tell us a little bit more about your book, I think, before I interrupted. About the bridge going up?
Yes, right. So the idea came, with all the 3 bridges the police couldn't get on. So art thieves have decided to rob the Venice Art Center, which happens to have a dolly exhibit going on at the same time. So there's some truth in the fiction novel, but most of it is fiction.
Well, you know, I think people really like reading about where they live. You know, Kim Poole is so well known, and that's how Bob's books strike me. It's right here in Sarasota County, Venice, Florida, Nokomis, the Myakka area. So please get a hold of his books. That's R J Coon on Amazon and his website. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.